Okay, September 22nd. This week we're going to be looking at setting. The setting is talking about the time that something happened, past, present, future. It could be a time period like Renaissance or Revolutionary wartime. So it could also be a time period. And then it's also location. So there's a couple things we want to look at as we're looking at setting this week. All right, so we look at the questions first. Which of the following best describes the setting? So we're going to look at best describes. Which sentence best shows that Yuri is living in modern times? So that kind of already gives us an answer a little bit. And then, which sentence best describes the setting of the text? So here, okay, best describes the setting. So I want a little bit more information. And then all of the following help the reader understand the setting except. So we're going to look for the one that does not. I always like to write the word not by except to help me know which one of these is not part of the setting. All right, so we got our focus set for setting, and let's look at our text now. Mom should be here by now, Yuri mumbled under her breath. Now again, I'm looking for my setting. Setting. She could feel her socks begin to get soggy as the overflow rushed down the sidewalk. Yuri shifted her backpack's weight, so that's kind of helpful to know that, and checked her phone for a text from her mom. Nothing. She hated when her mom was late. Last time, Miss Ortiz had been kind enough to wait with her, but when she glanced over her shoulder, all she saw was the empty parking lot past the playground. So let's see, backpack. I think it's going to be interesting or good to know. Playground, that kind of should help me with some things to think about. So let's look to see. Okay, so our first question. Which of the following best describes the setting of the text? Well, past, that's not no, I don't see things that remind me of the past. So I'm going to eliminate. Present, oh, it really could be. Future, I don't think that this has not yet happened. I think this is happening right now. All right, which sentence best shows that Yuri is living in modern times? So that kind of verifies my present. All right, so let's look to see. Last time Miss Ortiz had been kind enough to wait with her, but when she glanced over her shoulder, all she saw was the empty parking lot past the playground. Well, playground's pretty modern, so I'm going to keep that one. Yuri shifted her backpack's weight and checked her phone for a text from her mom. Okay, all right. That's backpack. Okay, let's just look at my next one. She could feel her socks begin to get soggy as the overflow rushed down the sidewalk. All right, so we're looking for modern times. Well, let's see. Okay, socks begin. I'm going to go back to modern times, present. Which one kind of shows that she is, well, phone has not been really part of the past. So this right here, I think is going to be my biggest clue that her phone is letting me know modern times. Because socks were around, have been around a long time. Playgrounds, that's kind of been around a long time, but the newest thing or the most modern thing that's in this text is her phone. Then you're going to do 3 and 4. So flip on to the back side as we continue looking at setting. Again, we're looking at when it takes place, the time period, past, present, future. We're looking at any kind of a time period it might be in, modern. We're also looking at the location and looking for clues in our text. So we're going to look at our sentences. In which season, so that's going to kind of help me real quick know what I need to be focusing on. Which sentence best describes where, so I already underlined it, but I'm going to circle it. The story takes place. Which sentence best describes when, ooh, those are good parts of setting right there. And which of the following is most likely, so most likely. All right, so we're going to look for the when and the where, what season, and what is the most likely setting. All right. Normally, Tess loved the peace and quiet under her favorite tree next to the reptile building. Well, that kind of helps me. There are only a few places that I know that have those. But today was different. It was the opening of the new exhibit, and it seemed everyone in the world had come to see. She wouldn't let the crowd keep her from enjoying her day. She leaned back and took in the beauty of the changing leaves. Well, that helps me too. Background knowledge, I know when leaves start to change. As she felt the cool breeze, okay, that's another good clue. She hoped the concessions would have warm apple cider. Okay, well, that's Another good clue. Okay, so I've got some good information. Let's see if they help me. In which season does this passage take place? Well, my choices are fall, winter, spring. All right, so I'm going to look at changing leaves, cool breeze, warm apple cider. Well, that's fall is a good chance. It's not really a winter thing, and it's not really a spring thing, so I know my correct answer is A. Which sentence best describes where the story takes place? Well, I said reptile building up here. So in my background knowledge, I know, and new exhibits, that kind of helps me out a little bit too. So let's look to see which sentence best describes where the story takes place. Normally, Tess loved the piece she found under her favorite tree next to the reptile building, but today was different. Okay, that helps me. She wouldn't let the crowd keep her from enjoying her day. No, that doesn't really tell me setting information. He felt, and I think that should be a she, the cool breeze. She hoped the concessions would have a warm apple cider. Well, that doesn't tell me about the setting, but this does. Reptile building, and I know reptile building is only in a couple places. Then you're going to answer 3 and 4 on your own. Please return this back to school with the front and the back finished.